Hello, Internet. Uh, God, where do I start? This is all real brand new to me, and I hate it. I hate looking at myself. I hate hearing myself talk, but I am going to have to do it. I'm going to have to get over it. My name's Dane, and I am an aspiring writer. So part of why I am doing this is to help promote myself and some of the things that I'm working on. So I have to just do it and get over it. Um, so let's see. What do I write about? So I mostly write about science fiction things, some fantasy stuff. Uh, Not like super hard sci-fi or hard fantasy. I kind of enjoy writing what I think of as more realistic type things. Um, but with still, magical and science, extended type things. Um, I can't really think of something that I can compare it to be honest with you. Um, what am I working on? So, some of the things that I've started working on, I wrote a book during the pandemic, and it was kind of about me and my struggles with everything that was going on and the world, and how I kind of parsed that together. And I don't think anybody's going to want to buy that. So I started looking around and researching and came to the conclusion that I would probably have to write a series and focusing kind of young adult, coming of age type stories. Um, that was what is sort of popular right now, or the market that is prevalent in writing now. Um, so I had an idea a real long time ago. It was for a video game about kind of like an MMORPG where these animals were getting experimented on, and they found out about it and decided to take it to the people that made them and kind of abused them a little bit. And the kind of the premise is that they have these internal, um, what do you call it? I guess it's I call them bions. They're sort of kind of like metachlorians for Jedi's. Like they cause mutations, and make them have abilities and different kind of extra human type things. But they are not human. They are animals. So um, I kind of took that idea and ran with it, to make it into a book, because I tried to make a video game. I tried to learn how to program, and I can't do it. I can write, though, kind of. At least I think so. So, what the title of the book is, or the series, is Path of the Chosen. So, these animals are younger. There's four of them, the main characters. Lucas Thistlefur, who is a rabbit. Um, Gretchen Treeleaper, who is a chipmunk. Pat, who is a mouse. And Charles Oakbreaker, who is a beaver. There are also squirrels that live in this valley that is on top of a mountain. Um, that's the setting. I should have kind of said that first, but who else? There are hedgehogs that also live in this valley. I think that's the only animals that there are. So, these four friends, the book opens with them kind of learning, or not learning about the world, but talking about the world that they live in, and that they are excited for this festival called The Choosing. Um, or, yeah, it's called The Choosing, and the elders of the valley choose these animals, um, choose animals from a certain age, a few of them, several, maybe half a dozen, maybe more, to walk what is called the Path of the Chosen, which is just kind of a northern facing direction, path, and that leads them along this line into a forest, and several weeks later or days later, they return, or one of them returns. The hypothesis that the elders claim is that this chosen has been formed into one creature from the many of them that leave, and in a ritual, I guess, called the Soul Union. So these four friends are at this kind of pavilion center, kind of reminiscing about their lives, and it kind of goes from there. They find out a few different things in the valley and what's going on. Things are not as they seem, just as most books go. And they kind of go on this little journey to figure it out. I've written 2 of the books. I think it's probably going to run about 4. And then I have kind of like a future progression idea for later, but not really tied to the story that is being told right now. So that's my main focus that I'm working on. It's going to probably be a long time to publish. I don't have artwork for it yet. I really want to get that done. And I'm thinking about trying to do some sort of traditional publishing, but that's hard. That's really hard, especially for a nobody like me. So that's why I'm doing this, to try and get my name out there, to try and get some interest, to get some viewers and followers, even though I don't like it. And then some of the other things that I'm working on are kind of smaller projects, so that I can get my name out there, so I can get a product out to some people so that they can see it. So one of the other things that I am working on right now is a little project called Away Team. It is more of a science fiction type thing, short format. Originally, I kind of had it as an idea for like a comic book, where there's this crew of 6 team members, a few scientists, a pilot, survivalist, which is like a security guy, and then one younger person. And they kind of hop around onto planets and go through, little adventures, finding different forms of life, different, dealing with different geological and environmental issues, and dealing with themselves, because they're all kind of pouty, whiny people, as it turns out. So they're on kind of like a larger convoy ship. My idea is that there's been really nothing like this before, at least for this kind of colony of people. So it's all brand new to them, and they're just discovering the universe with the technologies that they have. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm probably going to try and post it to like iTunes, do like a audio type thing. Since I don't have an artist, since I don't know anybody, I'm probably going to have to release it like that, just to kind of, again, get my name out there. Yeah, so that's Away Team. I'd hope to be doing that pretty soon. I hate my voice. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think my wife is probably going to have to, I'm going to have to convince her to do it, because she's got a better voice than I do for talking. Then what else is there? So there's this other thing that I dreamed up, which is like a fantasy type book series that's about 2 arena duelists, I guess is a, I don't know, I'm still kind of figuring out. It's kind of like the World of Warcraft arena, like you have your teams of 2 and you fight different characters, and so they're gonna go on this like arena tour, and that's kind of where most of the action happens. is in the arena. I thought it would be fun to kind of deal with certain archetypes of magic users and, you know, see what I could dream up and figure out with their fighting techniques and styles. Um, and then kind of have the overarching story of um, like an assassination plot. That's my idea, is that one of these, or the team that I'm focusing on, Brillick and Vivian, are going to be not confronted. They're going to be approached by a shady character about doing a job for them, with promises that it's going to kind of increase their magical abilities. And since they're kind of really into trying to make it to this capital city and to the top of the arena ranks, they're going to be interested in it. So they're going to agree to that, and stuff happens, and that's I'm about, I don't know, 5 or 8 thousand words into that right now. I had to stop writing it because I realized I did not know what the world was really yet. I did not know where the magic comes from. I haven't really set the rules to that, and I don't really know much about the other world, the outside world. I know kind of my 2, 3, 4 characters that I've kind of developed, but nothing more. So, kind of working on that right now, developing that, and yeah, that's about it. Those are the 3 main things I'm working on. I have a bunch of other projects and ideas in my head, but that's what I'm gonna work on now and try and get out to the public. Like I said, I don't know about traditional publishing. I don't think it's gonna work out for me, so I'm gonna try and do my own thing. Um, that's my plans. Future, who knows? I'm gonna try and do kind of like updates weekly about what I've been doing, what I've been working on. Maybe give a little bit more story and updates about my books and my other little things. Just to as talking points if I'm struggling with anything, or you know, making bad decisions about what the characters are doing. To talk through that and think about that. Yeah, that's about it. So, thanks for listening or watching and or both. And I'm gonna work on more of this stuff. So, toodaloo. See ya. Hasta la vista.